Okay, back on again to explain my theories of understanding science. So, some do, some don't understand the theory of argument. It's like debate, right? It's almost, it like falls into a category of world peace, peacefulness, things that we want to peacefully have in life, which basically are no confrontations and no arguments and stuff like that. So confrontations, arguments are always a debate that start within a disagreement. And so to understand how we evolve as, to be honest, just stupidity, even though we all have our right and wrong reasons, we still evolve like duh. Simple example I'm going to explain is basically any word that can be understood as violence. And yeah, we all live in a world where we have to kind of think right or wrong. Like, do we have to bulk up or toughen up to show aggression, or can we veer from having to do that, right? And so this is all a thought system that, yes, sometimes we do have to swallow our pride, bite our tongues, maybe veer the other direction or whatnot, but they are behaviors that occur. So when it comes to violence, here's simple examples that can be understood with things that are in our lives that we see building signs of, movies, or just hear random stories of, which would be fighting movies, right? And so all in all said now, they're competition. Now you have different type of fighting styles. At the end of the day, the most peacefulness one to show discipline of learning, which would be karate. But even at that, at the end of the day, at the end of the fight, you're not looking to strike a kill, but you're looking to prove a point, right? Which is still competition instead of learning from each other. So either way, conflict is a big issue when it comes to understanding what an argument actually is, because that's just in the physicalness of it. But with the mind of proving something properly, but still misunderstood why it's a competition in the first place. Why is there a trophy? Okay. So with that being said, the same thing occurs in our households with argumentative debate, right? Now, this is interesting because the roles change to where, of course, you don't want it to be physical, but it can escalate to that, to where your mentality has to slow down and think about it. It's not when to take the right strike, it's when to actually speak, the right timing. After you understood, comprehended, and if it makes sense, it makes sense. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But still, the conflict of debate. It's like, I do this for a living, and I don't mind doing it for a living. I help a lot of people. It's great and it's wonderful. But the fact of the matter is the toxicity of the debate. So basically, to stay away from toxicity is to not have a debate, to keep your debates minimum. People are always going to be in our lives, but you'll understand the conflict of interest if it's the right or wrong one, for the right or wrong reasons. Proper evaluation. Stop, take the time out to think. Why am I arguing? Why am I in a competition? What do I not like? What do they not like? Is it wrong to be in a competition anyways? We all get paid differently. We all get paid different timings. One day this person bought something new. The next day the other person bought something new. One week a comment was said, the next week another comment was said. Two different timings. There's always a conflict of interest. Why are we buying our stuff? Is it flashy or is it comfortable? There's a major difference in all this. So world peace, it's like easy to obtain, but it's like everybody's trying to get ahead in the wrong direction. Get ahead in life, yeah, it means, make money, conscious thinking of how to obtain things properly, putting together things and so forth. But to get ahead in life, that's for an individual to do it themselves, unless they're in a relationship or they have a family going on. Then the family usually typically works together, right? But when that happens, you still have social science, which is conflict of interest. Right? So unless you have your behaviors right, then you're going to be experiencing conflict of interest. Because if you know what a no is in your mentality, then it should be said or thought of one time. It shouldn't have to be said for a numerous amount of time. It shouldn't have to be manifested. It shouldn't have to be there as a lingering thought. No means no. I know how to be honest. What's wrong with that with other people? Conflict of interest. Why is that conflict of interest there? Social science. What's hidden? A simple picture can do something that y'all not know of because you're not aware of it. Some people are and some people are not. But if it's not my thought, it's not my thought. It's a conflict of another. Now, I do know how to maintain my individuality, and I do know how to seclude myself, and I do know how to manage myself and so forth, but a lot of people don't. And it's unfortunate that people like me have to witness this and learn from other people's lessons. Therefore, I put it out there like this, free to obtain for people to listen to and possibly learn from what I've experienced, so you can understand your own experience or what's not yet to come. Because this is a major subject, competition. Why are we competing? Is it a sport or is it competition? Is it teamwork or competition? This is where you'll start thinking about how different teams get trophies and then they want to MVP players and they pick, that's conflict. Right there. Conflict. Everything. And then we grow up. And then it becomes a part of us. Conflict. No. The conflict. You don't even know why you're doing it anymore. Why are you cutting your grass measuring it? Is it comfortable to walk on? Does it look nice? Does it bother you that one piece of grass is taller than the other? Conflict of interest. Did you buy your house because you wanted other people to look at it? Or did you buy it to live in? This is where girl meets boy and boy meets girl. And love meets material and material meets love. What do we actually live for? Is it competition? Or are we enjoying life? You might want to really think about that. Next time you have a thought, that may raise somebody's eyebrow. Just random things to think about. Things we can all learn from. Their experiences of a lifetime that can help a lifetime on this earth. I guess it just depends how we announce it or how we put it out there. But hopefully my experiences help y'all. Have a nice day.